Hits by the pound.
Yeah, this is how we do it in the Central Colors, man. We got 40 ounces, Old English, rag tops, 6'4" Impalas, and bikini girls, man. This is how we do it on the West Coast. San Diego, San Francisco, Los Angeles. But don't forget about the Central Cali, man. Please don't forget about the Central Cali. Yeah, get 'em.
It's another sunny day in the state of California. Low rider palm trees and G's that put it on ya. This ain't a negative, we speaking ebonics. Rank talk, candy paint on D's with hydraulics. Baseball hat with the sticker on the brim. Don't let the sun blind your sight, cause things can get grim. But I'm not here to talk about banana clips and guns. We're going back to Cali and we're gonna have some fun. A West Coast domination.
And welcome back to Two-Face Entertainment Podcast. I am your host, Fred Segura, out here in Monterey County, also known to the world as the Salad Bowl, also known as the Salinas Valley. To the people in LA, we are north. To the people in San Francisco, we are south, right smack in the middle, best of both worlds. Don't forget about the Central Cali. Anyway, folks, the question of the day is, what's love got to do with it? And I'm not talking about Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? I'm going to tell you what love got to do with it. A whole lot. Anything that we start in life, there has to be love there. Right? Unfortunately, we've all fell into the realm of getting a job for the sake of getting the job. Some people seek to get the job they want, but then they find out that they're not happy there. Why? Because there's no passion. They based and misunderstood the passion with a dollar amount. The dollar amount does not equal happiness sometimes. I dare say a whole lot of us are not happy in what we do. Right? That doesn't go for everybody. I mean, there's people out there who just love what they do. You know what I mean? It doesn't even feel like work. Which is something that we all should strive for, which is the difference between a job and a career. Right? But therefore, there needs to be a passion for it first. It can't be, well, you know what, I'm going to do this because I'm going to get rich. Well, you know what? You're already entering for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? You're already going for the wrong reasons because you're counting your chickens before your eggs hatch. So therefore, you got no love for it. I've dealt with people as far as even with the music stuff. I felt with people like, hey, are you in it for the long haul? Or are you in it for, you know what I mean? To really, you know, for the long haul, the money. Well, guess what, bro? You're going to be very disappointed sometimes because sometimes it doesn't work that way. And you set yourself up for failure. But you know what, man? I mean, to each his own. You know what I mean? How do we measure that success or what we do? Sometimes people tend to lie to themselves and measure it different. Like, hey, you start off with, man, I want to eat steak and lobster, and you settle for beef jerky and tuna fish. And you say, well, you know, you got to measure success in different ways. No, fool. You talked about steak and lobster. We weren't talking about beef jerky and tuna fish. You know what I mean? There's a difference. You're going to shoot big. But then also, you got to shoot within reason. Right? You got to understand that things don't happen overnight. Unless, of course, you hit the lotto or something like that, right? But at the same time, guys, if you're not happy doing what you're doing, what good is the money that you're making? Right? And I say that because we're all guilty of it, man. We're all guilty of it. Yeah, you know what, hey, I got a job, I got weekends off, I got whatever. Cool, that's fine. But are you happy? Do you love your job? Do you get up in the morning? Yeah. I dare say no, a lot of people don't. I go on social media, thank God it's Friday. You know, those people who are fortunate to work the week, you know, the Monday through Friday. If you loved what you did, it didn't matter. I've seen firsthand a person who's passionate about their job. And I asked them, how do you, you know, I see what you're doing. How do you feel about that? He said, you know, man, It don't even feel like work. It doesn't even feel like work. I love what I do. It's like they're paying me for nothing, dude. That's what we should all be striving for. Right? But with that, it also takes hard work. Hard work and to dedicate oneself. And to understand that, hey, you know what? Instead of making, X amount per year, you might make a lesser amount. But the question is, are you happy? And what I mean by lesser amount, meaning that, excuse me, you're still able to provide and live, right? Without a struggle, really. But it's not to the point where you could do whatever, which is what most people strive for. They want to be able to live like the rich people. I dare say the rich people get more free stuff than the homeless or the needy, for that matter. Free meals and stuff like that, the endorsements. But hey, it's neither here nor there, right? But yeah, we try to portray an image. What we wear, what we drive, how much money we make, where we're going, how much we're spending, yada, yada, yada. Right? But then it's back to reality when the vacation's over, when the weekend's over, whatever the situation is. Are you happy? Are you content? I mean, I've seen DJs get into it, but they have a passion for it. For music artists, they have a passion for it. Although I will say, sometimes you can have passion for something, but it may not be you. It just may not be you, and you're trying to invest into something that's never going to happen because it's not in you. You just don't got it that way. But that's a whole other story, right? Let's just say you get into something because you think that you're going to make X amount. Okay, granted, but when it doesn't happen, the number one key, in my opinion, to fall back on is if you're happy, right? If it's a fail and you're not happy, what are you doing? What are you doing? I think, again, and like I've stated on this channel before, we live in a time now where we try to live an image. We want to portray an image. We want the world to see us in a certain light. But I dare say that should be the last thing on our mind. I've met a field worker, literally a field worker, who said, I can't work in no coolers. I can't work in no store. I can't work indoors. I'd rather be outside. I love this. That's his passion, not mine. But you see what I'm saying? But he had a true passion for it. Can't argue with that. He didn't put a dollar amount on it. He just knew he could live, and he loved doing what he was doing. It didn't mean he made millions and thousands of dollars, which I know for a fact he didn't. But he loved what he did. He loved what he was doing. Sorry. That within itself is totally awesome to me. But a lot of people don't do that. We have misunderstood and mixed in, which doesn't mix in, passion. We try to cover passion with the dollar amount. And that's not the way it works. There was a podcaster, which I'm not going to get into, who got a job at a radio station. And he could have made good. He quit. He said, I can't do this. Can we say, oh, yeah, you know what? I've heard other people say, oh, he's stupid. He messed up. This and that. Okay, granted, I would say the same thing. The guy says, oh, I can't wake up. I'm going to have to wake up early. I'm not going to have the freedom to do this and that. Some people say, well, he's not, he doesn't have a family yet. He's still young. Whatever it is. The bottom line is the guy don't have a passion for it. I can respect that. Why is he going to be somewhere where he's going to be, excuse me, why is he going to be somewhere where he's going to be miserable? Why do that to yourself? Okay, granted, he may not be making as much as he would be on a radio station, but he's content where he's at. Excuse me. He's content where he's at, and he's making growth. He's making growth to proceed to make more to that. But yet, at the same time, he's doing what he loves. There's nothing wrong with that. So, again, oftentimes we misunderstand that. And we tend to kind of foil that with passion and cover it. But you have to have passion first. Before you can dream big about anything or dream in any kind of dollar amount, you gotta have passion first. I don't care how you slice and dice it. Passion comes first. You gotta have a love for it. That's it. Bottom line. With that, guys, this is Two-Face Entertainment. Excuse me. This is Two-Face Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Fred Segura, signing out.